Hello, assalamu alaikum. How are you? So today is the day of Arafah. So it's the most important day for the Muslim community and the Muslim people. But right now in Bangladesh, this is not the day of Arafah. Arafah is ongoing the day of yesterday. So in the future day, we will observe the Eid al-Adha. But before that, I would like to make a very good conversation, make a very good discussion on a beautiful matter, which is related for our anthropological development, the ancestral development in Bangladesh. For example, I will discuss about the preservation, conservation, and protection measurement on the historical archaeological sites. You know that Bangladesh has a diverse identification on the historical and archaeological site. But the thing is that with the Bangladeshi people, we are not concerned about this matter because you know that Bangladesh has lots of problems, economic, social, and cultural, even the pro-political problem. For these regions, our wealth, this is one kind of wealth, but we are not concerned about our wealth. Even our neighbor country India, they are far more better about the anthropological site, archaeological site, and protection measurement of these historical places of India. If I make a very good description about the historical perspective of our anthropological law, this is obviously based on our constitution. Our constitution says that according to Article 24 of Bangladesh Constitution, the government will try its level best to preserve, to conserve, and to make a very good protection over the historical places, historical buildings, historical insights, even the historical places around the whole Bangladesh. But you know that according to Article 24 of Bangladesh Constitution, it is the fundamental principle. And as a law student, it is said that fundamental principle of a state policy, it is not judicially enforceable. That means if any kind of persons willfully or without any kind of intention they violate, they destroy any kind of historical places, Bangladesh government may take any kind of effective initiatives, but Bangladesh government is not bound to according to Article 8.2 of Bangladesh Constitution. This is the whole perspective of the protection, measurement, and historical perspective of the historical insight in Bangladesh. So the question may arise: how will you develop a very good development sector in the archaeological site, in the historical places, in the historical monuments? So, for a basic discussion, we have to remind that in the year 1968 in Pakistan, there was a law. The law's name is Antiquities Act 1968. So, what was the effective measurement of the Antiquity Act 1968? The first measurement, the first object of the Antiquity Act is to make a basic development of the historical buildings, historical places, even the archaeological sites throughout the whole Pakistan, including the East Pakistan named Bangladesh. The second object uh, of the Antiquity Act is that to make a basic prohibition not to destroy these types of historical places, because these types of historical places resembles, reflect the historious background of our past, of our glorious past. For example, Mohenjo-daro, the uh, places related to the Sindhu Nod and Mohenjo-daro, even the Qutub Minar, Taj Mahal, these are the archaeological sites of the subcontinent. Even in Bangladesh, there is Mohenjo-daro, Sompur Bihar. In Bangladesh, there is Lal Bagh Killa. Even in Bangladesh, there are Ahsan Munjil situated in the old Dhaka. Even if you make a basic development on our archaeological site, you have to also mention the historical dargahs like Shah Ali, dargahs like Shah Jalal, Shah Poran. Even you can also include the Shat Gambus Mosque situated in Bagherat. So these are the historical places in Bangladesh. Even in Bangladesh, there is a unique historical places. The places name is Panam Nagar, situated in actually Narayanganj. Even you know that Bangladesh has lots of laws, regulations, even guidelines for the protection measurement of the archaeological sites in Bangladesh. But still, we are suffering from lacks in these types of mechanism and implementation of these laws. So there are actually no development whenever you have the codified and the crystal clear laws, but this laws has no types of single implementation for the development measurement development mechanism of our historical sites, archaeological sites, including the historical places also. So, in Bangladesh, there was a measurement based on the constitution according to Article 24, and as well as we have a laws. The law's name is Antiquities Act 1968, and we have got the laws from the Pakistan after the independence in the year 1971. After the independence of 1971, we got some of the basic principles and basic codification, sophisticated codification from Pakistan, and Antiquities Act 1968 is one of the basic uh, provision and basic development of our these types of insights. But what is the condition of India? So, in the perspective of the protection of the historical places, historical insight, India is far better than the practice of Bangladesh and Pakistan. For example, according to Article 49 of Indian Constitution, it is sophisticatedly says that the Indian people they will willfully preserve the historical monument, historical insight, historical places related to their nation, related to their culture, even reflect their core identity from the past. For example, the Taj Mahal made by Samrat Shah Jahan, but very recently Indian judiciary they have depicted a very good judgment regarding the protection measurement of Taj Mahal. So from this judgment, we have known that the Indian judiciary declared that around the places of the historical places, no industrial area cannot be implement his regular activities. That means no industry cannot introduce, no industry cannot establish beside the historical places, historical monuments, or the historical archaeological site. So, having lots of controversies in the Indian judiciary or at the Indian people, Indian administrator, I think that Indian judiciary is far more better than the practice of Bangladesh, than the practice of Pakistan also. Even in India, they also codified a laws, Antiquities Act of India, and by this laws, they have only one intention to protect the historical places for their future generation. So, according to the environmental development, because the archaeological site and archaeological places, it is the part of the environmental protection. So, Indian judiciary is far more better, more particularly in the hand of the PIL, public interest litigation. They have managed everything according to their laws and regulations. Even their citizen they are far more better in doing the activities in implementation of those laws in the practice of India and Indian context. So right now I can discuss about the historical provision of Pakistan provision. What is the effective duties of the Pakistan and the Pakistani people to implement a very good laws for the ancestral places or the historical places. The in Pakistan in the year 1975 they already made another laws, Antiquities Act of Pakistan 1975. But Pakistan never said in their constitution they will protect their historical insight, historical places, but they took every initiative for the protection of the historical places. In Pakistan, there is Mohenjo-daro. This is the codified places for the Muslim people, for the Hindu people, also for the Christian people. Even Pakistan took every initiative for the protection and the development measurement according to their Pakistan constitution. Even it is not mentioned directly in the Pakistan constitution, but if I make a comparative discussion between Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan, in that concept and in that realization, I have to say that Indian judiciary, even the peoples of India, they are far more better in protecting the historical places, archaeological sites in the absence of the Antiquities Act of India. For example, Indian common people, ordinary people, they have the right to enjoy the supervision of the historical sites, as well as they have the duty to protect, to save, to safeguard the measurement related to the historical places of India. For example, India is actually rich country in the diversification measurement for protecting the historical insights as like the Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar. Even India has in Kerala there are lots of historical insights. In West Bengal there are lots of historical insights. So by the practice of these acts by the government and by the people also, they have taken everything for their willful development and upgradation in India. But what was the actual problem in Bangladesh? Bangladesh has rules and regulations, but these rules is not updated. These rules could not reflect the core identification, core realization of the common development of the historical insights that actually situated in Bangladesh. For example, if you see the present condition of the Ahsan Munjil or Lalbagh Killa, you will get heartache because Bangladesh government, they have taken lots of initiative for protection the measurement, but I think that there are lacking of implementation measurement of those laws and regulations in the context of Bangladesh. So these types of historical places does not include only the buildings. They also include the historical places like Shompur Bihar, situated in Nauga, Mahastangad, situated in Bogura. But as a law student, it's my duty to reflect the goosebumps, to reflect the embark of the laws in front of the common people. So for these regions, I think that it's actually not possible